Hello and welcome to another session of ERP software training. Today, we're going to take a look at Dynamics 365 Business Central. This solution is a robust ERP system based on the foundations of a product that I've worked with since 1997. That product originally called Navision, then Microsoft Dynamics NAV, and a few other iterations, and now as a subscription-based solution from Microsoft called Dynamics 365 Business Central. This solution enables companies to manage their entire operation with a fully integrated solution, tightly integrating the Microsoft Office suite of tools you currently use like Outlook, Excel, and Word, as well as all of the functionality that you might need as a business, from accounting and financials to paying your bills or receiving cash to processing orders to planning inventories and your supply chain management. This low-cost subscription starts at approximately $70 per user per month for the Essentials product, and the Premier solution is available for approximately $100 or more a month per user. What's the difference between Essentials and Premier? The extended functionality of Premier supports the requirements of manufacturing with production bills of material, routings and production schedules, and manufacturing or MRP functions for material requirements planning and production floor scheduling. There is also service management, which incorporates service item management, warranty, dispatch, and service order processing for under warranty and out of warranty processing of bills for an organization that might do repair or some types of limited field service. So without further ado, I'm excited to take you in and give you a first look at Dynamics 365 Business Central. What you're looking at now is a browser-based access called the Role Center. And I'm currently logged in with the Role Center invoked of a business manager. You can see on the screen information relating to the company that I'm working in. It supports multiple companies. And these drop-down menus give us quick access to information relating to finance, from accessing and doing journal entries to bringing up my chart of accounts, budgeting, fixed assets, financial reporting, sales and purchase budgets, analysis reporting, inventory analysis, sales analysis, purchase analysis, multiple currency management, managing my employees, and managing a very important reporting element of the Business Central solution called Dimensions, which many people might think of as department or project, but it could be something extended like a brand, a season, perhaps it's a territory or a salesperson, so that you can manage and analyze all of your sales, your inventory, and your purchases based on those things called dimensions without constructing an unwieldy chart of accounts. If we look under cash management, we'll see areas where I go in to process my cash receipts, where I go to process payments, manage my banks, process and update bank account statements for doing bank reconciliation, reconcile payments that have gone out, including EFTs directly from within the system, and manage payment terms. On the sales side, I can see access quickly to my customers, my items. Item charges might be things we'd record after the fact, like an allowance to adjust a posted invoice. Quotes and orders and blankets, invoices, credits, and returns. All of these functions supported, including dunning notices, which are known as reminders, or finance charge memos. On the purchasing side, we can see quick access to our vendors, the incoming documents where we can process and import visual documents send them to an OCR service, and automatically process accounts payable invoice entry. Item charges might be landed costs, an invoice from a broker, a freight forwarder, an insurance company, a vessel or voyage, where I'm adding those costs back to my inventory. Purchase quotes and orders and blankets, purchase invoices, credits, and vendor returns are all part of the native system. The system incorporates an approval and workflow engine that will support the approval of purchase orders that are going to be released or sales orders that are going to be released. And there is a self-service component that allows employees of your company to enter their timesheets and their expense reports directly in the system. Now you'll notice as I look at the role center itself, I can see this section called Business Insights. And you'll notice how it's scrolling through various highlights, showing me items that have been configured by your partner to show me top customers, top items, those types of metrics. The beauty of this information is my top customer, the School of Fine Art, made a purchase during the last month of $23,102. With a single click, the system drives me in to the headline details where I can see the School of Fine Art, $23,000. And if I go ahead and click, I can browse if I want to into the details associated with any of these elements. I can look here at different customers that also have highlights. And to go back, I simply use my browser button to drill in. The best selling item was the Athens desk. We sold 18 units. 18 units were sold of that product. And here's the headline details of the Athens desk that was sold. And it was 18 pieces. And you can see here, these are my top items ranked, showing me this type of key performance indicator with a single click off of the headline that's indicated as an insight. Is very efficient. When we take a look at the action buttons, create a sales quote, create an order, create an invoice. Very simple, quick access directly from this main role center. If we look at the activity pane, this section of my role center shows me sales this month, overdue sales, amounts, overdue purchase invoices. If I wanted to see the sales for this month, I can simply click and it will take me into the See More view where I can drill in and see the precise information associated with the revenue recognized from this invoice. If I want to navigate and see the related transactions, it will find all entries related to this specific transaction. And you can see that there's a sales invoice. There were 9 general ledger entries as a result. The accountant in me wants to go look at those and see those debits and credits that were posted in the system where the direct cost of goods was recognized, the revenue was recognized to my revenue account of $1,906. And I'll go ahead and browse back by just tapping the escape button. If I want to show the document, let's go ahead and I want to see that specific entry. And opening that record, I can see the customer on this section, which is called a fast tab. I can scroll down and I can see the information from the customer, the line items that were sold, and you can see the top sales, the revenue is $1,906, but you'll see how this is a $2,000 invoice. That's because it's not including tax in my key performance indicator. Anytime you look at or browse through information in the system, you can readily go through and print that document, email that document. If we print this and we say, I'd like to go through and preview this document, we can see what the invoice would look like. I can certainly email directly from the system. And what this is doing, it's generating that version of this document for me and bringing it up on screen so that I can see exactly what it would look like. This means that you really don't need to waste a lot of paper as you run your operation because all of the documents that you're generating are readily reproducible, where we can go ahead and then bring that up, preview it on screen, zoom in on it if I want to. And this uses templates from the Microsoft Office Word application to generate the printed invoice. We can go ahead and print a copy of that if I wanted to, or I can just go ahead and browse back into the invoice. And I'll browse all the way back to my main role center. I can see some other measures here on these tiles or queues demonstrating for me the ongoing sales, how many quotes are open orders, sales invoices, ongoing purchases, any tasks that are my responsibility. And as I continue to scroll down, I can see other insights or business intelligence, like my top 5 customers by sales value. And I can go ahead and choose if I want to select charts and browse through different charts that exist in the system, where the system has various types of reports pre-constructed for you, and we can take a look at these types of charts, from charts that show agings or profitability, top customers, the age of inventories in the system, top customers by value, to be able to see this information directly on screen as key performance indicators makes that business manager's job a lot easier. You can see here my favorite accounts, and I can choose which GL accounts I want. I can have favorite customers, favorite vendors, favorite items. I can see my on-screen trial balance. The system is also fully integrated with Microsoft's Power BI solution for more in-depth analysis reporting. Now, the reason that the system is showing me this type of a role center is because I've said that I am a business manager. If I go ahead and I say, let's go through my settings, and I can personalize, which is really customizing what's available on this screen for myself. I can design, where I can change this based on the client. There is a web browser based client, there is a tablet based client, and there is a version of a client that is designed for mobile devices. And I can go into my settings. And in my settings, instead of being a business manager, I can say that perhaps I'm the accounting manager, or I'm a bookkeeper, or I'm a machine operator in manufacturing, or I'm an order processor or the president of a small business. So if I say I'm an order processor and we push OK, the system's going to automatically re-render my role center when I log in using my Windows authentication, and it's going to change that role center. So no longer am I looking at a sort of a system-wide business manager view. I'm now looking at a different screen, and my headline has really 2 bullet points. It's got a good morning based on the time of day, and then it's got sales information, but no other metrics. My actions at the top of the screen have been adjusted, where I don't have finance or cash receipts anymore. Now I have sales, purchasing, inventory, posted documents, and enter my time and expenses. As I go ahead and scroll down, you'll see that even the panels on my activity pane have been very adjusted based on the information that might be important to an order entry person. Now, I can go ahead and search on any part of any page in the system. So if I didn't know that items is right here, because I can click on it and it's going to bring me directly into that item lookup, where I can see all of my inventory that's in the system and search those individual records and take a look at the attributes for the items and search. Instead of looking that way, if I click on the search button, if I said I'm looking for item, it brings me to every page and every report and even setup option screens related to items. Similarly, if I go ahead and I said I want the aged accounts receivable or accounts payable report, making it very friendly for users to navigate. The system is extremely intuitive and helpful to be able to go through and navigate and manage this type of information. If I go ahead and I want to perhaps edit an item, or I want to go through and just search and filter, I only want to find items that are black. So I'll go ahead and choose my attributes, And now we'll choose which attribute am I filtering on, its color, and the value that I want to filter on is black. And I'll choose OK. And now what the system's going to do, it's going to filter all of my items and only bring up items with a certain attribute. You can use this during order entry. You can use this during inventory management. Maybe I want to filter based on who is the purchaser, or items that are 110 volts, or items that are valid for sale in the United States, or anything based on your unique business. The attribute table is completely user definable. When you take a look at an item and you want to manage it deeper, we just simply click on that item and it brings me into that item's record, where I can see information relating to the item, its base unit of measure, the category that that item lives in. If I say show more, it will even show details like what was the last date that that record was modified? What's my quantity on hand? Do I want stock out warnings? What's the unit volume associated with that product? I also store net weight, gross weight. This is used in the warehouse management elements of the system, as well as can be totaled on an order, whether it's a purchase order or a sales order, to see if perhaps I'm filling a container. Costs and posting. If I expand this FAS tab, you can see that the system is tracking information relating to costing method. This software supports FIFO, LIFO, specific, which is lot or serial number based, average, or standard cost, and the default unit costs associated with the item. We do have special pricing and special discounts where they can be by customer or by groups of customers. Under pricing and sales, we have the default or MSRP associated with an item, its default unit price, and what is the profit margin associated with this. Are rules for replenishment. And these are our static controls for tracking information relating to that vendor that supplies product. What is the default lead time for the default source of supply? My planning tab, I can indicate if an item is critical. This is for calculating available to promise or capable to promise, where it considers the longest lead time for any critical items that I'm selling on an order or shipping. If we go to the advanced version or the premier version, there are some other data elements that would appear on the screen that would show me information relating to the minimum, maximum, reorder point, reorder quantity, order multiple for suggesting replenishment or material requirements planning, which is a premier feature. Item tracking is where I set up the rules for serial number and lot number control. And warehousing is where I turn on the rules associated with putaways, where the system can drive radio frequency devices or tablets to drive where am I supposed to put that inventory in my warehouse? Or where should I pick it from? Or where should I move product when replenishing inventory stock? And all of the transactions relating to everything that takes place with an item can be navigated and drilled down, where I can look at all of the sales transactions. We can go through and look at all of the transactions related to every single one of my products. And of course, attach dimensions and item cross references and multiple units of measure and item substitutions. So there's a robust set of data associated with all transactional information in the system. And we'll go back to my main role center by just clicking on the company name. From a perspective of a system that is intuitive, easy to use, easy to implement, and low cost to get started, I've never seen any product that is quite as fitting for that category. The information is available for browsing and getting at and learning how to use the system is really quite simple. If I wanted to create a new sales order, I just simply click on this plus sign and it brings me into the order entry screen and assigns an order number. So now I need to choose which customer is buying product from me. So I can just go ahead and start typing. And as I do, the system's going to go ahead and start searching. on information, and I'm going to tell it I want to search on the name field or the number field or whatever field I want to choose. And I'll say it's the School of Fine Art that is trying to place an order from me. And what is the requested delivery date? So I can go ahead and put in the actual date. I can click on the little assist button and it will show me the actual calendar associated with this. And I'll go ahead and say they want this product on the 11th of July. And now we're going to put in um, information relating to, I'm going to revert that change because that's not a valid date for use with this demo environment. The external document number is a actual PO number that the customer provided to me. And now we go down to my lines. And when I want to go ahead and I can look up my inventory items, and they want to buy 1900 S's. And how many would they like? They want one. And as I go ahead and process this information, you'll notice that the system's giving me notifications. There's two problems with this order right now. We don't have any 1900 S's based on the location I'm shipping from, and the customer has an overdue balance. So those types of intuitive warnings exist throughout the system and make it quite friendly for you to go through and take a look at information. If I look here at the sales line details, I can see my item. I can see the required quantity is one, and I don't have any. So we can go ahead and I can take a look at information relating to the item availability. And perhaps I can look by week and say, do I have any coming in? Let's look a month out and go ahead and see. And I'm not going to have any of these coming in. So I'm just going to go ahead and tell them that, you know what, I'm thinking that you might be better off buying the 1896S. And I'll enter that information. I have plenty of those on hand in inventory. I have 10 available, and you can see here what's going on with these. I have quantities on hand, but I have more coming in the near future. And we'll go ahead and the customer has an overdue balance. Show me the details of this. And their balance is $53,000. So what do I want to do? Do I want to perhaps send them a finance charge memo with a single click? Call up the customer and take a look at their payment history, perhaps? But I can go ahead and I'll take the order and I'll send them an order confirmation. And we can go ahead and ultimately the task we'd want to do is release the order. And based on your business rules, you might require some sort of a workflow or an approval where we can go through and configure all of that. Now, although this software is extremely intuitive and easy to use, and I'm sure many people will be able to go ahead and start using this system and poking around and having lots of fun, it does have quite a bit of setup. And the setup associated with it um, is, something that I wouldn't say that you want to just go ahead and try to do directly on your own. That there is functionality relating to the system from a setup perspective where you can go through and take an assisted setup. And if we take a look at the search box and we go to setup, there is a detailed number of assisted setup options. If we look at the system administration, so now set up things like sales tax, migrate your business data, set up cash flow forecasting, set up approvals, set up email logging, which logs your interactions in CRM, set up reporting data, um, invite an external accountant to log in and start using the system. So these setups are built to assist you with doing the setups. And of course, there are organizations such as Clients First that you can utilize to make sure that you don't learn things the hard way. Um, the Business Central Dynamics 365 solution is designed to be easy to use, easy to implement, and low cost for you to get started. There's just so much functionality to demonstrate associated with this product, and I look forward to providing deeper, more focused individual presentations. If you have an interest in seeing more, please feel free to reach out. We'd love your feedback, and we're really happy to demonstrate these solutions to you. So I hope everyone has a great day. Thank you for your time.